Well, good morning. Here we are in Meanwood, and I've got to say, this wins the prize for the dirtiest driveway of the year. What a mess. Absolutely infested with deep-rooted, broad-leaved weeds. Filthy. No question of being able to get this clean today. We need some serious weed killer first. The trouble is, it's a bit late in the season for weed killer, and I've got some doubts about how effective it's going to be. So what I'm going to do is get the weeds treated, come back in 3 weeks, get on with the clean. If necessary, may need to come back in the springtime to treat it again. Step 1, weed killer done. Well, 3 weeks have passed. Let's see how we're getting on with these weeds. So we've got some pesky dandelions here, still alive and kicking. The trouble is, at this time of year, weed killer is far less effective because it should really be applied when the plants are actively growing. That way the poison gets absorbed through the leaves and the sap carries it around the plant deep into the roots and it's dead in no time. All the same, it's far less of a forest than it was. I've already connected the water supply, so my tank is already filling up. Get organised now, get the rest of the equipment ready and get started. So with so much organic growth, I'm going to use the turbo lancer, get deep into these joints and get as much of the plant matter out of there as possible. I have to remember to dump my head a bit. I was working on a roof clean yesterday and I haven't yet cleared the van out properly. Overall, the area is really quite dirty. This is going to make an awful lot of mess. I expect I'll end up covered in half of it. Right, we're starting to accumulate a lot of mud here. Time for a bit of a sweep up. Right, we'll get these tipped. There's an overgrown corner up at the top of the garden. Well, as expected, this is turning out to be a filthy job. Absolutely filthy. A little bit of a rain shower just starting. Hopefully it won't get too bad. Well, that's all the turbo lamps work done. Time to start rinsing down now. On block paved driveways, you often see these drainage gullies up against garage doors. They're easily blocked up, and that often causes problems when we're rinsing down. Sometimes these go to a physical drain, often just to a soak away. I suspect that's the case here, maybe down by the side of the garage. So I'm going to lift up the grill and see what's causing the blockage. First one I'll do is just blast away some of this standing water so I can see what's going on. Now, I'll lift up the grill now to get a closer look. It's in pretty tight. That is in solid, no got it. And as we can see now, it's absolutely full of silt. Really packed hard. Look at that, wow. Let's get a bucket. I find that a small measuring jug is good for scooping out the silt. I can tell that there's a sinkhole at this end, but it's not draining at all. The ground is really wet at the moment, it's very waterlogged, so I suspect that's the problem. To pressure wash it, try and force the water out, see if we can get a closer look at what's going on. So I can tell by sticking my lance down there, that's just a soak away. In other words, I can tell that it's just meeting gravel and dirt down there. It's not meeting any other pipework. So that's about as good as we can do. The gully's completely cleaned out and it'll just soak away in its own time. Well, look at that, what a difference. Remarkable actually. What's really surprising to me is after we've got all of that crap off the surface, the underlying blocks are actually pretty new and they're not that dirty. There isn't that much organic contamination. A little bit here and there. So what I'm going to do now is just put some deep clean foam down, leave it to rest for 20 minutes or so before rinsing off, and then we'll call it a day. Well, I'm back here again. As good luck would have it, we've had a couple of dry days, nice and bright today with a light breeze, absolutely perfect conditions for resanding. Let's get cracking. You're wondering, this car's signed off road at the moment with a flat tyre and a flat battery, so I'm going to work around it, and I've made arrangements to leave the homeowner with a little bit of sand so he can do it once he gets it fixed. Well, that's got to be the filthiest driveway of the season, cleaned up absolutely beautifully, and in a strange kind of way, oddly satisfying. Till next time, all the best to all of you.